click on down and swap on over. And then pause this right there. What's going on, everyone? This is RSG OTC episode 20. Alright, so, man, it's been a lot, and we're even still missing. Like, we missed last week, and we're at 20. So, I mean, I feel like we missed at least 4 shows, 5 shows maybe. And,
probably over time.
And we're at 20. So, damn. Well, for all those who don't know and can't see somehow magically over down there below, that this is RSG OTC for off the cuff. That means we really have he has no idea what any of my topics are. I looked it up, stuff that I thought, but it's really, we just do things. We look at basically a headline, and then we just go off of it.
It's off the cuff.
It's off the cuff. Yeah, that's how it works. So, anyways, I'm Trevor here, RSG, as most people know, especially if you watch me on Twitch, like I've started having a lot more people do because of good old American Truck Sim, but we will get into that later. But
he loves it.
I know, yeah. So, but then we got Sean, aka Ophidian, right over here, as we do this show and come up with some wild stuff to tell you. Which we start out with some random ass news, completely random news. Like, I remember the first time we ever did that, because it was like I said, it was suggested by Tufel, someone I always see around. I remember the first time that we did that, and it was all like basically tech related, like it had Facebook stuff and everything like that. Yeah. And then I was never able to find topics like that again. Maybe one other show, but everything now has been these kinds. So, but they're weird news. So that's what I like to bring up, is weird news that might raise like a haha, that's kind of funny. So, here we go. So, building supervisor, some dude, I guess a building supervisor in Spain, didn't go to work for 6 years. 6 years. That's right. Holy hell.
Yeah, building supervisor. I mean, like, think about what that means, really. I mean, that means, like, you pretty much sit in your office unless OSHA wants to see you or something like that. And they probably tell you ahead of time. I'm sure sometimes they don't. But they probably tell you ahead of time, like, yeah, we want to check you out or whatever. So, I mean, 6 years consecutive days? Or did he miss, like, 6 years? Like,
No, consecutive days, because it was his office.
How is that even possible? Like, hey, have you seen Dave? Dude, I haven't seen Dave.
No one, I guess, cared. I guess no one cared. Because literally...
That would be like one of the guys at your job just disappeared for 6 years. You would think he got fired or something. That must have been what happened. You must have been like, oh, he must. Whatever.
That's probably what it was, actually. To be perfectly.
Everybody probably thought he got fired, and he just kept.
That's what I would be more inclined to think, is that everyone thought his ass was canned, and that was it. But then it would also okay. Say at work. Say we go into work and one of our supervisors isn't there.
That happens a lot, though.
But you would expect that there would be another supervisor popping on in. Like, what did you think, that there's no supervisor? And I think they're talking supervisor like a manager in a sense.
I think if it was like some product supervisor or some, like, manufacturing supervisor or something, I think they would have to account for themselves after 6 years. Like, but like a building supervisor, where the gutter's clogged? Like, what is building supervisor actually?
Well, right. Right. But, so I guess, he skipped his work for 6 years, and no one noticed. No one noticed until he won a award for 20 years of loyalty, basically 20 years of being there. And I was like, wow.
I I would think, like, if I did something like that, like, say something like that happened by accident. You know what I'm saying? Where I thought I got fired from someplace, but they kept mailing paychecks to my house. Like, at first, I would be like, all right, how many of these am I going to get? Right? But then after a year, dude, I would be like, you know what? I don't want to go to jail for this shit. Like,
no, yeah. Yeah, he's not going to go to jail, I don't think, from what I understand. He just will owe them money. And I think the max he can owe is like $30,000.
Right? Like, they can't say he stole it, because it's not like he put on some, like,
it's not top secret. Right, I mean, it's also the company's fault for not realizing. Yeah. I mean, you can't pin it all on the dude. That's
basically what happened.
If you could get away with not going to work for 6 years and still collecting a badass paycheck, look, I'll tell you, anyone would do it. If you really had the balls to start doing it in the first place, I bet you anyone would keep doing it. And I can't blame them. I have to blame the company
Do they
for
not have
noticing.
a time clock? Like, time clocks are usually linked into corporate headquarters now. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, if what's-his-face didn't punch, it shows up. Like, oh, look, what the fuck is this?
No, not on an office job.
No, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think at an office job.
Well, this was in what country?
Spain.
Spain's not a poor country per se, so I mean, I guess.
But it was just wild. Well, anyways,
okay.
they found him out. They looked into him, realized he was still receiving a paycheck. So, cool. Hey, you did it. You managed.
Yeah,
all right.
Pay 6 years of salary back.
6 years of salary? No. 30,000 is the max they're allowed to take back.
Okay.
Yeah. So he doesn't even have to pay probably a full year's salary. Fucking A.
Okay.
Oh, man. Here's another one that was pretty wild. If you want a kinky night and you like handcuffs, don't lose the key. And if you do lose the key and you have to call for help of a police officer to unlock them, do yourself a favor, make sure you don't have a warrant. Because guess what? They'll gladly.
You just caught yourself for that. That sucks, man.
Yeah. They'll
I
gladly take off your handcuffs and put theirs on. I mean, it's totally.
Yeah, I mean, okay, in that situation, like, let's put yourself in the person who's having a good, maybe not a good night, but they're having themselves they're playing tonight, all right?
Yeah.
And they've got themselves a little party, and they're handcuffing themselves up, or like, oh yeah, baby, come on, whatever, right? Shit gets elevated, like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take these handcuffs off, and right? And they're like, hey, wait a minute, I can't get these. You lost it. That's not funny. I know you have it. Come on, I know you have it. Give it to me.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. After all that shit goes down, right? Eventually, they're going to have to be like, all right, so what am I going to do? I got to call somebody that can unlock handcuffs. I guess I'll fucking call the police. Now, before you did that, if the police are on their way, would you look over to your, whatever you were partying with? Would you be like, hey, listen, I'm going to be going to jail, like, shortly.
Yeah.
We could probably finish this up, and at least I'll be in a better mood. Fuck. Like.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Wow. I just, it just sucks. It just sucks. Man,
I would call...
This night is so great that I'm getting arrested.
Police. I would call a locksmith or something. I would call a buddy with a hacksaw. Listen, when you come in, you're going to see some weird shit. It's going to be okay. Just bring the hacksaw.
Hell yeah. You got a Dremel, bro? You got a Dremel? We got this. We got this, bro. We got this. Take care of it.
All right.
So here's another one that I like to think of. It's been so cold. I mean, it's really, for the past couple of days, it's been...
We had an awesome winter.
Today
for a long
was
time,
not...
man. Damn.
Yeah, our winter... this has been kind of a calling, but...
Winter sucks.
We knew this was coming, to a degree. We had to. But it was warmer today. It was still cold, but it was warmer today. But I remember the first... And this is probably... I think it was on maybe Saturday. And I think this is where... this fest was happening, was on Saturday, I think, and it was literally so cold. I remember reaching out my hand from the window to use the ATM. It was like, oh, that's cold.
You know what? Right now, there's someone in Alaska maybe gonna watch this, right? And they're gonna be like, "You guys are such pussies."
Well, we're not used to it.
No doubt, man.
It's just straight up.
I mean, like, someone in California has a 40-degree day, and they're like, "Oh my God, 40 degrees was so horrible." We're outside in fucking t-shirt, like, "I can't believe the sun's finally out."
Yeah. That's kind of That's it. That's right. Well, New York City says it's too cold for Ice Fest, though.
Ice Fest, too cold. No Ice Fest for you. What is Ice Fest actually?
It's like ice sculptures and stuff is what you would imagine when someone says Ice Fest.
Okay, whatever, man. I guess, you know what? Nobody just wants to be responsible for that shit. Like, if people do start getting frostbite and stuff, nobody wants to be responsible for it.
Oh, it's true.
But, other than that, what kind of premier conditions could you be? Like, this is my ice statue, and you got to hurry up and see it before it melts. Oh, that's right. It's 4 degrees outside. It's going to be here for a week. Come on down. Check it out. Like,
yeah. I mean, that's true. What do they do? Knock them down or something? So,
it's got to be the perfect condition.
But it's just, who would ever think it's, it's kind of as bad, but not actually, no. The only one that would actually top being worse than this as far as, like, something stupid. Well, I wouldn't say top, but another thing that could top this would be the Kansas City Royals. I know this is a little bit back, but they decided, we really want to make people aware of epilepsy. It's really something we want to make people aware of, and it's a great cause. Totally, you know, my sister is epileptic, so I know about it. But you might want to think to yourself, should I really have fireworks night on the same night? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, I know an epileptic, and, like, you know, I don't think it's really fireworks and stuff. That I think even, like, for a natural person, like, you can feel the beginning stages of it, like when a police car goes by or something, and or you're driving by a police car and the lights are just, like, mesmerizing. You're like, duh. Right? That's kind of like, I think, where...
Yeah, but it's the loud explosions and the flashing and the flashes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of explosions and the flashes of light, especially during, like, a grand finale. Maybe it's not so bad. But when you got...
I guess, you know what? Okay, it's a bad idea. I agree with you. It's a bad idea. But I guess it's up to that epileptic's, you know, discretion to say, you know, I like fireworks. I think fireworks are cool. Just like, you know, when those kids play those games, right? And every game that comes up is like, hey, warning. If you have epilepsy, I guarantee you there's a ton of kids that have epilepsy that are like, you know what? I like this game. I hope I don't have a seizure, but fuck it.
I understand that. It's just it was a fireworks night.
Yeah, it's a stupid idea.
It's not just they're gonna have fireworks that night. No, it's fireworks night. Like, we are gonna blow the shit out of some fireworks tonight, because this is fireworks night. Oh, by the way, it's also epilepsy awareness. Huh? What just happened now? Okay.
Look at this, man. Our firework display is so awesome. You're having seizures. It's awesome.
Look what we've done.
We blew the shit out of them.
We've topped all the events. We did it this time, guys. We did it. So, yeah. I thought I had to bring that up.
No, I get it, man. I get it. I understand.
Here's something I actually thought was pretty funny, because I'm like, man, this cat, unless the food was real shit, this cat was probably happy as hell. This missing cat was missing for a year. Guess where they found him? In a pet food warehouse. he was. Oh, that's just. What is that? Oh, that's some fancy feast. Right up in there.
The good stuff comes in cans. The good stuff comes in cans.
What if it's like? What if they're into the spot like before it gets there? You know, like who knows? What if they're in the spot before it gets there?
I'll tell you what.
Your fancy feast can is maybe a couple ounces lighter.
I had a job a while back that I had to use, like, you know, pallet jacks and stuff for pet food and shit. And the corners of pallets, you know, they run into other pallets at times, and things kind of break. When a can of, like, cat food or something breaks and it's like doesn't get broken down, it doesn't get broken down for a long time. That pallet, it sits in the back like, oh no, that's our back stock. That shit sits back there. That can turns into something so rancid. It is unreal. Oh my god. You know the kind of smells that are like, what is it? Oh my god. It is so bad.
You know what was weird that smelled like that? When I worked at Radio Shack, they used to, you know, the tag holders they have for their, you know, for the shelves and everything.
Yeah.
They would smell when you'd get a fresh box
Plastic,
of them.
like,
it's not even dude. It would smell like straight up vomit, like in your face vomit, like.
I know what you mean. It's a certain kind of plastic, definitely, man.
Dude, and it would reek the whole back room up. When we get a new shipment of those, if we had any in the back, we're like,
it's like some kind of skunky chemical.
It wasn't even, dude. It's not skunky. I'm telling you, it's like straight up vomit, like the worst vile puke you'd ever smell. Like, oh god. Dude, John, what the hell did you drink? Oh, God, this is horrible. Yeah, that's basically it. So,
I saw this. Well, never mind.
We're going off on tangents of things, but missing cat found in a pet food warehouse, I think that'd be pretty badass. Man, it's
cat's
like,
all big and fat, can't get away. It would have to know. I mean, it's not stupid. The workers would come to work in a day and stuff. You're probably like, oh shit.
I'm tired of working there. No, the workers are probably like, look at the kitty. I wonder how much food he's gonna eat tonight,
they're
Dave.
making jokes. No, they're not.
It's probably shitting on the corner. One of that. I don't give a damn. We'll fine. So, yeah. That was something small. It's hard, like I said. It's really hard to find this weird news anymore. It really is.
Yeah.
So, anyways. The New York City Police Commissioner says people who purchase hoverboards are out of their mind. You know, you have to almost wonder if you kind of are out of your mind at this point.
I'll tell you what, man, those things blew up. They're pretty damn popular, but you had an accident on one, right? So, I mean, they're not really stable.
No, there's been many reports.
They catch on fire. There's all kinds of problems with these things, man.
Heard of death? There's a death house being made? Someone said there's a death house being made? I've never heard of this. But back to the hoverboards real quick until I learn more about Death House. Maybe you'll throw in more into the chat about what Death House is. We'll have someone look it up. But basically, okay. There's so many people that have been hurt by off balancing, like Mike Tyson's even. Boom, you know, and you don't even just get like a slight little hurt. It's like a holy shit, you are hurt.
I feel my ass. Something hurt me so bad. Mike Tyson being all, he's such a big, fucking powerful dude. To be talking like this, it's just weird.
I broke my back. Like, I think I broke my back. But anyways. Yeah, you almost have to be crazy now at this point to purchase them, unless you're getting like the expensive ones. But people are probably buying the cheap ones, and maybe you're getting away with it not blowing up. But the truth of the matter is, they're dangerous. They're dangerous. They are all around. They're dangerous. There's no handles or anything.
No.
And honestly, I'm kind of getting annoyed at all the fatness I'm seeing going on with some of these things. It's showing
it's pretty amazing that they can. I see it too, but it's pretty amazing that these little things. These little motors push around what they do. I spent a lot of time making RC cars and stuff like that. And, you charge up a battery pack. Damn.
Dude, I saw this.
Impressive.
I'm like, look, I'm not discriminating against fat people. Okay? Because I'm not light myself. Okay? But when I see, there's a difference between you're depressed and you're going to eat a lot and you're letting yourself go. Okay. There's people.
Out of bed,
people do that.
Fridge.
It's going to do that. He said it's going to be like the Expendables with a horror twist. Okay.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's a movie.
It's just a movie. Okay.
Just a movie. This kid probably likes it.
Have you heard Death House being made? I thought he was talking about an actual Death House. I'm like, that sounds a little nuts.
Sounds like a theme park.
Right? Yeah.
You may not come out alive.
But here's the thing. The kids are so heavy set, right? And then I see them not even standing on the hoverboard, which that could actually be a little bit of a workout to try to keep your balance on that. He was like kneeling on it and like letting his feet just drag behind.
Stupid.
And I'm just like, wow.
I'm so tired. I don't want to stand up.
This is what our nation is going to become. It's going to be a scooter rolling nation.
Well, I imagine that the Segway, it's a poor man's Segway, really. I mean, that's what it is.
It's not if you get the real ones.
I've also seen people do some awesome stuff on them, like they'll take a couple of them out on like a roller skating rink or something, and they'll people that know how to use them can use them really well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It seems like you can't really stand still with them. Like the momentum doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking like to me.
You can. I've seen it. You just really got to get used to it.
Yeah, no.
But I don't know.
It's constantly rocking is the way that people tend to do it, or
yeah.
Whatever, man.
I don't know, but he is kind of right. You kind of are out of your mind. But hey, everyone has the thing that I'm saying. You might be out of your mind a little bit. Is wait until these things stop blowing up so damn much.
Like remember those shoes that came out in early '90s, mid '90s? Those Heelys. Those like shoes with the heel that would pop out and it was a wheel. You never seen that? Okay.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool. Like you were like, oh, that's
dude. Did you ever try to roll one?
No, I've never.
Let me tell you right now. Those things, all right. Those things I could not get rolling for a second. I used
to see kids zipping around backwards.
Yeah,
and shit
kids because they're like 2 pounds.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
But okay, the thing that I was getting at was like maybe if there was a place to do this, like skateboarding has like skate parks. On public sidewalks, it's a pain in the ass and probably a bit more dangerous. So like these things, they probably shouldn't be for commuting around the city or going to work on them or I'm saying like that they should have their place, and that's what I think everybody is trying to have a hard time with, because right now it's like you put that thing on your foot and you just walk around the streets of New York on it like
I don't see really a problem with that. I honestly don't. If you can get through people and not get knocked the hell off of it, more power to you. But I don't see really a problem with that. By the way, the Death House is going to have all the greats of Freddy, Jason, and Hellraiser. So that's like Freddy, Jason, and Hellraiser are just examples. But that's it's cool. I'm not a horror person. I just never really was.
I have been a horror person, but horror, like, it's kind of hard to explain. Like, the kind of movies I watch, the way I entertain myself, is kind of like how I'm going through life. Like I find it, like, if I'm in a really dark place or I'm upset about something, it's bothering me, and I'm hating the world or something, I'll watch a lot of horror movies. I don't know why. Maybe just watching other people have pain, even though it's fake pain, or be scared or run or something. Maybe that,
yeah. I mean, maybe. Well, thinking about Death House, apparently, we did Google it.
I did, man.
We did. I'm just letting people know, because he didn't really he knows more about it, but, I
Sounds like you are really looking forward to it.
You're really looking forward to it, and I hope it is, yeah.
I like good movies.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're thinking about Death House, well, here's one. If you got someone coming to your house, you might almost die, but this guy didn't, because the Domino's delivery driver might stab your ass. And Domino's says, hey, whoa. Franchise. It's a franchise worker, not part of us. So anyways, Domino's is like, fuck all that. Has nothing to do with us. That was that franchise owner who hired that person. Okay, I don't care. Because he stabbed a customer after an argument about a late delivery. How late was the delivery? They never said. And that's what I want to know. To what point?
What kind of pressure was this person on in their life? Like, was their boss, like, really up their ass, or did he, like, think he was, like, gangster or something? Like, at what point is, like, no, sir, you're not getting your pizza late. In fact, you know what? You're gonna die. Like, how stressed out was this guy?
I don't even know. Who knows who the person they were arguing? Like, it could have been really heated. Like, you didn't get my. I'm not paying it. Give me it right now. I'll whoop your ass. Who knows?
Well, yeah, maybe he stabbed him in self-defense. I guess.
Shut up. What are you gonna do? Oh yeah, you're stabbed. Oh damn, I'm going to jail. Like,
yeah. There's no getting out of it. Who stabbed him? The Domino's guy.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, like.
Just not thinking clearly.
Obviously. But how late was this pizza? Are we talking like it was 2 hours after you ordered it, or is it like, okay, it's been 45 minutes, an hour? Sometimes it's like that. Maybe you called at a really busy ass time. Tough shit. Guess what? When you get lazy and you want people to deliver stuff, it can take time. I'll tell you what, call a Chinese place, and during a busy time, that might be like 35, 45 minutes. Okay? You go there in person, you'll have that in like 8 or 10.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, I'm out. There you go. Simple as that. When you want delivery, they're not your bitch. That's it. That's all there is to it.
I don't know. Do they have like one of those guarantees? Like I think a lot of places stop doing that. That fucking we'll be there in this much time or it's free kind of thing. I don't think a lot of places do that.
No, they don't do that anymore. That's gone. Now, those days are gone. Now that there's actual traffic, those days are gone. Yeah, like back when that was going on, things were a lot cheaper. Okay, things were a lot cheaper. And there was traffic, but it wasn't like today. Today's like, honk, I'm just trying to go to the convenience store 2 minutes away. Honk, honk, come on, what the hell?
Yeah, right. I mean, you would, if that were the case, you'd be gambling, like, if you live in, like, a populated area, you're like, you know what? 5:45, I'm ordering a pizza. It's going to be so backed up around here.
Yeah, dude, like, you know what I mean? You can guarantee, like, all right, ordering pizza. Yeah, it's rush hour. No, I want to hear on time. It's rush hour, though. I don't care. Your thing says I get it this time or it's free. It's rush hour, though. Like, that's all they have to. They all they keep saying.
I hate rush hour.
I do hate rush hour. It is a real thing. It is real. And the last thing we'll have on news, weird news, is a woman robs 4 stores for what? So she could afford dog food and kitty litter. Yay! Cared about your animals that much. Just
you're retarded.
You're retarded.
You're gonna go to jail, and your animals are gonna go to
like wherever. Yeah.
No,
like,
your animals are probably gonna go to like the pound or some shit, and they're gonna get fucking put to sleep. You're an idiot. You're stupid.
Wow, though, like, why would you do that? What the hell is wrong with people? I mean, like, don't rob. If you really need it that bad, I'll tell you what. You'll probably do a lot better. You'll do a lot better if you literally just go into a store, put like 10 bags of dog food or whatever the hell on your cart, Start pushing it, and then just make a mad dash for the door.
People love their animals.
Because once you leave, people don't understand. They can't start tackling you, okay? The second someone tackles you, even if even if it, like, unless it's maybe a security guard, like an actual security guard, I don't even know if they can do it, okay? Once you get tackled by an employee, boom, lawsuit galore. Any employer will always tell you, just screw it, let the money go. Someone's robbing you, here, let the money go. Don't try to play hero. If you try to play hero, guess what? You might end up dead, but regardless, the store is going to get sued. That's it. That's all there is to it. So who cares? If it's not, they have insurance for that. They have insurance. So she would have been better off just stealing a shitload of that in like one stop, go to another grocery store, maybe do the same exact thing instead of robbing 4 stores of actual money. They might just say this person's crazy. Like, I don't know. That's just what I think.
Whatever.
That she's just stupid.
It's crazy, bitch.
All right. So now we're into gaming news. Gaming news is got a lot going on. So if you're a Star Wars fan, well, you probably heard that Battlefront sucked a major one. That's just what I'm hearing. Never played it. That's just what I'm hearing. Angry Joe seems to really hate that. Some of the stuff in chat just really can get
We're just arguing
odd
semantics. It's the same.
It's the same thing.
Depends where you're at in the world, I guess, what you want to call it.
Yeah. So, but if you do love Star Wars and you like Knights of the Old Republic, well, it's being remade with the Unreal Engine 4. I can't remember if I feel like I did play
Knights
it.
of the Old Republic. I think the first one might have came out on the first Xbox.
I think so.
And
it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I can't remember the last one I played. It was a long time ago. But I think it was made by BioWare. I think had something to do with that.
I think so.
And it was set up definitely in a Mass Effect kind of way. Like the way your choices and stuff felt on the wheel and stuff. It felt like the same kind.
Yeah. It was really.
I love Mass Effect. The Star Wars thing for some reason didn't hit it off to me. I don't know why.
No. And maybe
it's probably a great game. It just didn't rub me right.
I feel like a lot of times when you have the hack and slash, even though it's it's cool, it's Star Wars, hack and slash always becomes the same thing to me. Hack and slash. That's all it is. Like Rise, Son of Rome, Shadow of Mordor, all that. It's just sink, boom, sink, boom, sink, boom.
They are. They try to vary it up with puzzles and stuff like Devil May Cry. Stuff like that. They try to put a little puzzles in there for you. Like Dante's Inferno is a hack and slash game, but I think it's a pretty cool game.
Some people love them. I'm not really into them. After you see
those games are a lot more fun, like 2-player, which nothing is anymore. So
right, exactly. Dude? Like, okay, do you remember Dynasty Warriors?
Maybe, I don't know.
Dynasty Warriors was awesome. You could have you and another friend, and it was hard. Like, and you were just these badass ninjas just going at it, man. I'm telling you, it was absolutely awesome.
Okay. It was co-op or versus?
Co-op.
That's cool.
Co-op, and you have whole towns attacking to you.
Like Street Fighter came out and it like just changed the arcade entirely. Like I don't know, there were these 1-player games. 1-player games are fine, but like Street Fighter just made everything versus. Everything that came out after Street Fighter just felt like that's where you go to fight people. That's what the arcade is. Oh, I want to go there and drive a race car. Oh, they got one of those back in the corner. Nobody really plays it. Like I don't know, whatever.
So. Someone was wondering about ATS. Surprised they haven't heard anything about ATS yet. That's coming up because that's actually our final topic that we're going to be discussing. But overall, a lot of things are starting to be made with the Unreal Engine 4. Actually, that reminds me. I think it's made with the Unreal Engine 4. There's an indie maker. I don't know if it's but there's a game called Identity. I think it's an indie game, but it's really cool. It's like an MMORPG meets Grand Theft Auto 5 and The Sims kind of at the same time, because you can choose to live the life of crime, live the life of corporate, live the life of of different things, of how you want to live your life, and it really felt like the true Sims in a sense.
That's cool.
When I saw it, I could. Let's see. Maybe I could pull up a window here because I'd really love to monitor capture that.
I don't know. Grand Theft Auto was pretty damn awesome. Man. It's massive.
Oh yeah.
It's huge.
So let's see if we can. This is the Identity video trailer. So let's see if I can minimize this and give us something to watch real quick here. So give me a second as I bring this up for all of us to see. Monitor 1 and select the region. Nope, wrong
Nobody
monitor.
can ever see it up there.
Nope, wrong monitor. There it goes. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit on the small side for us, but I'm sure it'll work for you. So okay, yeah, shut up. All right, edit the scene. And let's hit play. Let's check it out.
I'm veteran game developer John Vanderswet, and I'm excited to show you today what we've been working on for the last few months in absolute secrecy.
Absolute secrecy.
Identity is an MMORPG that's unlike any other you've ever played. It's not based on levels or skill progression, it's based on you, your character, and what you want to do with it. Identity is all about giving absolute freedom in a world that's full of other people and fun things to do. We've gotten rid of most of the AI and replaced it with people. It's people who are driving down the street, and it's people who run for governor, it's people who play as police officers and fight crime. You'll find sports, car racing, paintball matches, and more others than I have time to list. And if living off the land is your sort of thing, you can make a pretty good living hunting or fishing.
There we go. Just down so it doesn't interfere. But as we see the game, okay.
Identity is all about
this
the
is what I'm
freedom
talking
to do
about.
what
See,
you
now
want to do
you're
when you
you're
want
in
to do it.
prison. It lets you completely, fully.
Well, Identity
immerse
is an
yourself in this.
MMORPG in most ways.
Like,
We're going to be offering you the
going on
option
your
to rent
computer,
your own servers too.
You're going.
So if you want a different, more
you're
specialized
living
style of
lives,
gameplay
like,
than our
look,
official servers have,
you can be a
such as
police
maybe
officer.
hardcore role-playing or some kind of like
Take
endless
on different
action,
roles of different
server
things.
operators
I
are
mean,
going to
this
have
is the
control
game.
over
This is the
hundreds
kind
of
of game
features
I've
to
always been
customize
looking
with
for. That's from what I
The quality
understand.
of the game just looks.
If you're somebody that likes to take the quiet route,
Well, just
you can
because
own a
indie
business
doesn't
and play the
mean the
market,
quality
or you
has
could
to
take
be
the
bad.
other way.
No,
You
but
could
they would
become a
definitely have to
criminal,
pull
you
together a
could
decent
rob
amount of
people, you could
people
rob
that work
banks,
for
you could
a
steal
million, I
cars.
hope it would.
Everything is
That's
open
how you
for
have to
player
approach it.
interaction.
This
This
is
looks like a tremendous.
The
it looks
land
really good.
identity
It
is
looks like a
enormous
tremendous
with
amount
all
of work
sorts
for
of
people to
landscapes from
hold
cities, farms,
things
and wilderness.
it
really
does.
is
I
so
mean,
much
this
more I
game
wish I could
is
show you
what
guys,
I
but we
personally.
just
It
got
looks.
started here.
Obviously, if they're using the Unreal Engine, they had to.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this is beyond what I mean. I really hope this game does good. I can't wait till it comes out. Holy crap! That's all I can say, man. That
Looks
is
good.
freaking awesome, and I just can't believe that it, it's eventually going to be, coming out. I can't. There really isn't a due date. Surprisingly, I'll double check if they've come out with anything recently, but I'm pretty sure last I checked, which was only I think 2 days ago. Let's see, Identity game. Let's see, release date. I don't think it has anything yet, but we'll see if it changed. Like I said, I checked it out 2 days ago. It really doesn't say exactly when it's going to be that. No, it doesn't really say where. Spread the word, be heard. Updates, announcing gameplay modules. Yeah, it still hasn't come out anywhere close with a actual release date. That's what I thought. Still be a farmer, but you will get sick of the corn. Go postal
I'm
with
just
a
thinking,
combine.
like Grand Theft
Exactly.
Auto. It looks similar to Grand Theft Auto, not technical wise, like what they had to do. Like the graphics engine is different. But I remember I just beat this recent Grand Theft Auto a little while back, and the credits must have went on for like 45 minutes, man. I mean, those had to be the longest credits I've ever seen in my life. You know how your controller will turn off and then the Xbox kind of dims itself and stuff after a while, and it's just like, really, the credits are still going? What the fuck?
Right.
So I'm thinking for something like that, the amount of people that it took to put that together is probably going to be pretty substantial.
No, yeah, it definitely will. And I'm gonna give credit to that video, by the way, in there. You know, I don't.
You got to do what's right.
I don't think I should have an issue because it is demonstrating a game, but I'm hoping that doesn't cause me some issues. Yeah. I've never done that really, like taking a video straight from YouTube and use the whole thing.
Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Oh well, but it wasn't straight from YouTube. It just was a link off of somewhere else. But regardless, that's where it came from. I don't know whose channel or whatever, but anyways, regardless, it looks amazing. Yes, there might be a little audio lag, but that's because I'm going through like 3 different services right now, and I'd have to stop the stream and restart it. So unfortunately, that's what happens. So anyways, let's go into the next thing. Rocket League is really actually picking up a lot more than anyone probably anticipated, and I'm sure the developers, to the point where they're actually considering a max player increase. Yeah, max player increase. So that's pretty that's pretty substantial that they are thinking they have to do that, because I thought they had 4 on each team already. How ridiculous is it going to be? I watch people play it, and I think more and more that I've got to get it, but I just don't, I don't know why. I'm really stuck on the game I'm playing right now, but I really should get it. I really should get the game. It's not that much. It's like I can get it for like $13. And I see you're looking at that it's coming to Xbox One, but unfortunately it's not cross-platform.
Oh, no, they're going to screw it up just like they did World of Tanks.
Oh, they already... No. I mean, it's the same on every platform. It's the same game. It's not going to look different, maybe except on PC. The problem is that PlayStation and PC are cross-platform with that game.
I think PlayStation is with a couple games like that. I think it's Xbox One service that makes everything difficult.
Okay, but Microsoft makes this, and Microsoft does Windows. You're telling me they couldn't? No,
they can.
They're screwing people out of shit. Is what they're doing. They're giving them the the big hand of Microsoft. So that's basically what they're doing, and it's bullcrap. It's bullcrap, and they need to be smacked across the face, because they can definitely make that cross-platform. Them sons of bitches.
Maybe they don't want the PC players playing with the console players. If the PC versions are better than the console versions, right? And
I don't know if they'd be. It's a simple game to run, so I don't know how it would technically be better.
Yeah.
It's not like a graphically insane game or anything like that, so I don't see how it would really be better. It should be fairly matched, and if you have the right things in place for anti-cheat, you should have no problem. You should have no problem, honestly.
There's a reason behind it. I don't know what it is. Obviously, cross-platform can be done, but they choose not to do it for specific reasons.
Right.
I don't know what that is.
It's because they just... I don't know either, honestly. I can't figure it out why they would not want cross-platform.
You to do it.
I guess not, and it's stupid when PlayStation does it.
I think they don't want the two
and
markets to mix.
You know what? That's why PlayStation is still outselling them. So, yeah. Xbox, stop being stupid. That's all I can tell you. Stop being freaking stupid with your shit. Get your head out of your ass. That's all I can say to you, Microsoft. Stop doing that. Here's something cool. The Witness, right? A lot of people are starting to play. I can't get into these puzzle games like that. Role-playing, a point-and-click adventure I can't even do anymore. I definitely can't do these complete puzzle games. But the dev says if it were made VR, right, for a virtual reality version of it, you'd actually be able to cheat some of the puzzles. So in other words, as much as it might be cool as a VR, he's like, I didn't design it for VR, And maybe he'd have to make some changes to do that.
Right.
And then he just like he would have to change some stuff, but right now it seems like he's not going to. From the looks of it, that he's not going to change anything, but he just says if it were VR, that some of the puzzles would be cheatable, as I call them.
What's this game like? I don't know.
It's like that other one that we played.
That free one that came, right?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Okay, that was kind of a misty game, but you still moved, but it was kind of like Myst, like a point click / puzzle / whatever.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. From what I see, it's kind of the same idea.
I kind of liked LA Noire for a little while. I didn't play it all the way through though.
That's different. That's a hard freaking game. Oh, that's a hard game. Telling people what. Oh, he's looking around. Oh,
yeah.
Like, that game is freaking tough.
Had a lot to do with people's facial features.
Yeah,
and
you had to pay a lot of attention to their facial features.
One thing that was funny, though, is their mouths when they moved. It never synced up just right. It was just always kind of weird about it. Whatever.
That's actually something I can't believe I forgot to put in there. Firewatch. I really want to play Firewatch. It's like another survival game, but it looks amazing. It really looks great. I'm not going to throw up another thing because, we eventually need to get through this show. But Firewatch did look really good. So here's something that I know someone in here plays is Ark Survival Evolved. Well, now Xbox One has an update that brings split screen to multiplayer and more dinosaurs and more to the game overall, bringing it up to the date with the PC version.
Buddy of mine tried to get me to download that. I haven't checked it out.
Well, Ark?
Yeah.
It's not free.
No, I know. He's like,
it's really cool, but really short. So I don't know if he's talking about Ark Survival Evolved being really cool, but really short, or Firewatch being really short. I think he's talking about Firewatch being really short, and that would really suck. I don't like that. Don't make your game short, because you know what you do? No replay value. There's no replay value. Unless there's a lot of different outcomes. But you know what? You're going to find that I'm going to go through all those outcomes really quick. Because now I know what to do on everything. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Yeah. It looks really cool, but it's really short. So, that's unfortunate. I'd rather just watch someone play through it, honestly, at that point. If it's going to be that short. Unless it was like $2. Then I'll buy it. But, yeah, so they're, that's cool. They got the split screen multiplayer. I would imagine that split screen multiplayer would probably be cooperative to a degree, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure on Ark Survival Evolved. I would imagine no. That's cool though. A prehistoric survival game. I want to take a calm down from some of these survival. It's like survival.
Well, I don't know. I was watching
all over the place.
Television. I don't really watch very much television. I see commercials for the new Far Cry, and it got me thinking. Like, where the hell has Far Cry gone, man? Like the Far Cry. I think the first Far Cry I played was on. Maybe it was on 360 or was it on Xbox One?
It was on, I think, Xbox One.
The first Xbox. You can't say Xbox.
Right. The first Xbox.
Jerks. It was like a gun kind of hostage combat game, right? So then I see this commercial and it's like basically like cavemen fighting woolly mammoths and shit, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Where did this? I mean, I haven't been paying attention, but how the hell did this get so derailed to the point of where you're in prehistoric times?
Far Cry Primal, baby.
It looks cool. It looks awesome.
It looks cool, but it's definitely.
I'm just trying to figure out how the hell Far Cry got there.
I'll tell you what. Far Cry 3. I think I've talked about this in a previous show. Far Cry 3 brought me in more than all the other Far Cries. And what it was Voss and this other Australian kind of dude, I forget his name, that really made me go, I need to kill this son of a bitch now. I hate this piece of shit. That's and I feel when a game can bring you that level of, I hate you and I'm going to take you out.
Well, it's good storytelling. It's...
Right, but in the right way. In the perfect way and in the perfect gameplay. Then they went to 4, and I honestly thought I'd love 4, and I really lost interest in it.
Huh.
I lost a lot of interest in it because it didn't give me that same, I'm gonna get this son of, I hate this guy. The one in the chat, Bugs in the chat goes, Ark was fun till the 10th restart with the same people. Currently, everyone I game with hates it. Yep. So, that's why I haven't rushed into Ark Survival Evolved, honestly. But going back to what we were saying, I don't even remember where we were right before there. So that means that we have to get on to the next topic then. That is The Witcher 3. Is a quick little topic. Quick. But The Witcher 3, I just thought I'd tell you, if you really liked it, you were into it, I want to look at it. They're starting to make collectibles. The company is starting to put out like figurines and stuff like that. What? What? I don't even know what the heck that means in chat. Anyways, going to that. So collectibles. I think The Witcher would have some really cool collectibles in it because it was a very polished up, amazing game. I personally am. I think I'd like to, if they didn't cost so much. I would actually like to start collecting stuff from like my favorite games. Like, I definitely would love to get like some. I think you kind of took it out of my mind right there. Is Skyrim collectibles would be pretty cool.
They just seem perfect for those little pewter things that you used to see in like stores,
right?
Like Dragon. It seems like that perfect kind of art. Like it's already
yeah,
there
and I
almost.
think I actually want to start getting into actually collecting some Skyrim stuff and Elder Scrolls stuff and from games that I really, really, truly enjoy. That I think would have some really cool stuff to it. I think like a big art book or something of that nature from Skyrim. I really am huge into the Elder Scrolls series. I love Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, I tried to look up any information on the new one there, and there's no real information.
There isn't, and it's just unfortunate. But I mean,
they always played that close to their chest. Recently, I've watched a documentary on the history of Bethesda. But
yeah, I remember you telling me. I want to watch that, but
it started. The whole Elder Scrolls thing started from a Gladiator, I think it was like a Gladiator program of theirs or something, where they just made like this world for gladiators to battle, but eventually, by accident, they made the world too big, and they're like, this is far more than being about gladiators, so that's not the name of the game anymore. Arena, I think was the name.
Yeah.
That was the name the game was supposed to have, and then they built it a lot bigger than the Arena, and they were like, well, we got to call it something else.
Yeah. So I think the next time we see now, apparently that makes me remember there's a new update that I gotta check. Wait, that's not for us. That's right. It's for PS4 and Xbox One. Got a Fallout 4 update to make them look even better. Maybe you can just let the PC get some updates too that would make it look even better because clearly you're just trying to...
Look, man, stop trying to fight that fight.
No, clearly they're just trying to bring it up to standards, but hey, you know what? Stop focusing so much on that. Let me unlock the damn frame rate. Oh, wait, if you do that, you're going to double the game speed because it's linked to the game speed. The frames per second are linked to the game speed. Holy crap. I said this before. Oh, Jesus. Just whatever. So they had to make it look even better than it did because I guess it still wasn't holding up par, but I still think it.
I don't know. When I saw it on your PC, it looks amazing, but not like it doesn't have that super next generation look to it.
And that's what everyone's problem is.
It looks a little better than the other one. That's
right. It looks like someone I talked to says it's like It's like the game should have came out 8 years ago.
It's like it's running on an old engine.
Right.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yep. And hell,
it's not a bad engine for its time.
I honestly fell off of Fallout 4. I really thought I'd love it so much, and even with all the building and stuff, the building is so wonky on how you have to do it. And I'm glad people have been able to make these big giant mansions and craziness, but it's such a pain in the ass, I think, to even build in that game. Now, it's been a while since I played it, so maybe a bunch of things have changed, but I really doubt it. Who knows? Maybe someone can fill me in, if anything, but, so... Someone says I thought it was dumb until I got the hang of it. I don't know what they're talking about. I have no idea. So they could be talking still about Ark Survival Evolved. So here's something though that really is interesting me a lot, and I think might interest you as well. South Park: Stick of Truth hits over 5 million sales, and they say the second one can do better. South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
Huh. I tried
Not butthole,
Truth,
butthole.
I know. I tried Stick of Truth. It didn't seem bad or anything, and I like RPGs, but for some reason it just didn't. I played it for like 45 minutes, and I know when I play an RPG, I'm setting down to something that's going to be massive. I played it for like 45 minutes. I was like, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't know. Like,
and
I didn't like the way the world was like linked from like screen to screen, kind of like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just felt
old.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I wonder if things will change, but what it really came down to was the hilarious context into the whole game. Like at one part, you were in the ass of Big Gay Al, you know.
I didn't play that. Like I said, I played like 45 minutes. I was like, yeah,
no. Hold on, sorry, I have to point this out. So they're going back and forth about Ark. He goes, you fart shit nuggets, then you pet dinosaurs, beat a tree, run at 15 frames per second, horrid environment. Yay! I guess someone does not like Ark, and many other people seem to actually kind of be that way too. I would rather stab my eye with a rust spoon than play Ark. Okay, so we see the hate for Ark. Back to what we were saying, the South Park game I think is going to be hilarious. Even though I think that the fighting system is very repetitive, I really kind of get annoyed with all the, you walk by someone and they want to fight you, boom, you got to. It's like, okay, I've been doing this same crap over and over. It felt very repetitive to do that, and as much as it would be funny.
Like old school RPGs, old school like Sega Genesis. NES RPGs, Final Fantasy, NES, stuff like that. They were all like turn-based, and you would walk like, oh crap, I got in a fight. Oh crap, I got in a fight. And playing those games back in those days, that would usually require the family TV. Like it's usually going to be like, so I'm playing this and nobody can, yeah. But now, to play those kind of like grindy games, I mean, that's what that's called, like grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
it is.
To play those kind of grindy games don't really bother me as long as I have, like, like if I'm playing on my laptop and I have my TV on or something and I'm like, oh, what's going on over here? But to, like, have to sit and do that as the only form of, like, this is your entertainment and you're going to grind. That's like, I don't know, this is pretty rough, dude.
And, see, now, I've come to realize that I'm not the most fun when I stream games like that. Because they do require like something. Let me click here. And after like 10 minutes, you're like, oh, 20 people have said something, and I totally ignored them.
Okay.
Oh, well. All right. So that is a problem I come into with games like that. But overall, I thought the game was so hilarious. The shit that it did, and then it even brought like Skyrim into it. I don't want to spoil it for anyone.
They had some episode, like it was a 2-part episode
of South Park, like an actual
it had to do with the Stick of Truth, and it was basically about. It was kind of a commercial for the game, really. That's what it was.
I want to see it though. I want to see it.
You haven't seen it? Oh, I'm surprised.
I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I feel stupid for not seeing it. So someone too says in the chat, Reddy loves DayZ, never gets lost. That game, I hate that game. Okay, it's the most bugged out. Never going to be fixed. Never going to be finished, in my opinion. I think it still sucks. It's always going to suck. People can have their freaking opinions about it. I know a lot of people love it. I hate the game. Okay, I know maybe you need to find your way around. I know people are good with it. But I don't feel that I should have to play a game for as long as you would have to play a game to be like, where the hell am I right now? Where am I? Just at least link me to my friends. Let me get that. Hey, your friend's over here. Not just like, all right, dude, I think I'm over. Dude, you're going the complete wrong way. Oh, I've been running this way for 45 minutes. You just told me that. I mean, like you really would be. I call it running simulator. Okay, it's running simulator with a bunch of jerks that glitch and all kinds of crap. Screw that game. I hate it. That was my rant. I hate that game. I used to love it at one point, and it really fell off. And I loved it when they were playing it because they would eventually find me. And I'd be like, cool. And then I'd die, and then they'd have to find me again because I couldn't find them because I didn't play it as much as they did, and I couldn't understand where the hell everything was because you don't even have a compass, dude. You have to find a compass. If you have a compass, then you'll find your way. You have to like look at the sun and hope they actually went by that in the real game, like in the real life kind of.
Speaking of that just got me thinking. Like at first, as you're comparing this game, like you have to walk around, you don't know where the hell you are. I'm thinking of what is it, like Morrowind, right? And it's like, you're, but you enjoyed that for some reason,
At least
right?
Morrowind had a fucking compass, okay? Morrowind had a compass, but that shit was a little better, man. At least it could be like, if worse came to worse, okay, you could see on the map where you were, all right. You could find your way. Just go back to the town. Start off with the instructions again. Follow road south out of town till you hit rock. Hit rock, turn right on path until you see path for this. Okay, you had to follow it. You'd have to pull out the book a couple of... Oh, am I going? Where am I going? Yeah. Okay, we got it. But overall, you could always go back to the town, restart for... No. Even if you tried to go back and start from where you were, you got lost from there. You're like, where the fuck am I? I'm trying to turn around. Nope, can't find. It's a pain in the ass. Unless you find a compass, you couldn't find yourself. It's not me. I hated that game. And that's maybe my fault for not learning it enough. But I'm sorry, that's not for me. Next one we're going on to, though. And by the way, the South Park game, like I said, the Fractured But Whole should be sometime this year. So Five Nights at Freddy's, by the way, for everyone, just to let you know, it got re-released, and it's free, because basically there was a bunch of issues with it. A bunch of people complained. He pulled it off the sale from Steam, and then he said, I think he pulled it off actually before people even complained. He was like, you know what? I screwed up. I did it wrong. I'm taking it back, and you know what? I'm giving you all refunds. When I come back out with it, it's going to be free for everyone. So have a great day. That's badass. He probably made a lot more money than he ever thought he could, and it's called Five Nights at Freddy's World. Five Nights at Freddy's World. So that's pretty awesome. Got it. We need more we need more game makers like that in this world. I'm trying to get to the end because we went off on so many tangents. Kind of we went to all different things here. So let's see. The new Call of Duty has been confirmed, and it's coming from Infinity Ward. They didn't say a name. They didn't say a release date. Or I think it's in 2000. Is it? Well, they just said 2016, but it's been confirmed that it's coming from Infinity Ward. So just letting you know, Infinity Ward, Modern Warfare 2 makers.
Say that our grandkids are going to be playing Call of Duty, man. That thing is just.
They just keep coming out
anywhere.
None of the game bugs is so kind enough to get us all. Shower with your dad sim. Oh my god. There's a sim out there called Shower with Your Dad.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of sims for a lot of wrong things.
Sure.
That's definitely one of them.
There's a lot of sections.
There it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, so basically that's all I wanted to say is it's coming from Infinity Ward. So if anyone want to know where the hell the Call of Duty is coming from, probably neither of you, and probably none of you, but if you want to know where the Call of Duty was coming from, it's coming from Infinity Ward. So cool, because Infinity Ward made Modern Warfare 2, which was the best Call of Duty in my opinion ever. Badass. I was only good in that one. No, I was good in others, but that was my favorite.
I don't know, man. I played some of the modern ones, but I don't know, man. The World War II stuff got out of control after a while, though.
Dude, there's more stuff even coming out. There's something that just got crowdfunded, like World War II or something like that.
Right.
And yeah, it's like based in like Bogota or whatever. I can't pronounce. I don't know how the place is, but it's whatchamacallit, 1944. That's when the World War is going on. So it's pretty crazy. That might interest me. I'd like to see that. It got crowdfunded for $300,000. I think it's over that now. So that's awesome. All right, here we go. Here's something. Now, I guess there's a PC version of the new Need for Speed coming March 15th with wheel support and manual transmission. Never really seen that other than a Need for Speed shift. So they can do it. I wonder how good they did it. And I'll be curious to see how it is when it comes out. Am I going to buy it when it comes out? Get the hell out of here. I don't need to be fist bumping everyone like they haven't. Yo. That's right. Yeah, first person camera, fist bump. That's what we're saying.
It was turned into like a Fast and Furious, right?
It is. It's Fast and Furious, but like really, it's like the movie of Fast and Furious with some gameplay. It's stupid. I don't know why they did it. Okay. we're on our last two topics here, and we'll go with that. Hey, look, we got the dragster. Actually, someone who on my last topic, I will talk about what's going on here. But let's. This is the second from last topic. This was a pretty big one. The lead of Sony's PlayStation VR has stepped down and leaves after 17 years. But it seems what he wants to do is basically, hey, you know what? Why am I making you guys money? I know what the hell I'm doing. I'll see you all. I'm starting my own shit. Because this VR shit is going to be booming. My company now. See you all. Thanks for the ideas and everything. And I know I gave you the ideas, but I'm going to go make my own thing. So later. So yeah, it seems to make his own company and product in the emerging VR world. So yeah.
Those kinds of things scorn companies for years, though. Like Sony is going to be in court with this dude forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to try to break him financially by making him pay so much just to have to keep going to court and lawyers and shit.
But at the same time, no, because you know what? He probably knows what he can and can't use. He probably knows what he can and can't use. And it's probably the stuff that's probably why he stepped down. Because he's like, that final piece you need, it's going to be mine. I'm going to patent it. Something. It's going to be something that's going to totally shit on them. Something, in my opinion.
I'll tell you what, if there is enough millions of dollars in play, people die over that shit, dude.
Yeah,
know, like, go ahead and make a car that runs on fucking H2O and water. You're going to die.
Probably.
You are. Exxon or Mobil or somebody's going to come kill your ass.
Or they'll just buy you out, like, dude.
They'll try to, yeah.
No.
And if that were the case, you should definitely take it, because that's better than a bullet.
Yeah, but, like, what they're really going to do is they'll buy that. So I'll give you this much. No. I'll give you this much. No. All right, we'll give you this much.
It just seems like I mean, maybe I watch too much television, right? It just seems like Sony is so big of a company that to think that you're, I mean, I don't know, like there's a lot of like poor, crazy scumbags out there living on the street who's like, dude, listen, I'm gonna pay $100,000. That guy's gonna get his coffee there tomorrow. He gets it there every morning. When he comes, I want you to stab the fuck out of him and then run off and be rich for the rest of your life. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't believe that wouldn't happen. Like,
it's very. But you know what? I don't know if it would, for the simple fact though. Say it ever did come out.
I mean, they can't. It can't get back to that guy. That guy. Okay, now we're starting on like a movie issue here.
But I'm saying
they would have to kill that guy too. But I'm saying
they would have to, because if it ever got out,
it's not like the guy who stabbed him. Right? If the police chased the guy who stabbed him and they shot him or some shit like that, great. But it's not like the guy who stabbed him is going to be wearing like a Sony representative hat and a jacket that says Sony on the back.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, if it ever got found out though, and it, like, you know, someone had truth to it or whatever, guarantee you that company's gone. Company's gone, because everyone will stop buying their products.
There's a strange underbelly here.
Like that'd be huge.
Like these mod chips and stuff that we put in systems, man. Like, dude. Well, we used to put in systems. Nothing has come out for the new machines yet. But you know what it takes to manufacture a microchip? These aren't kids in their basement. This is like a place with a nice clean room and manufacturing tools. And
but I mean, I'm just saying.
Shit.
If it was ever found out, you know how the expression of they shot themselves in the foot?
Yeah.
Oh no. They would be shooting themselves in the head.
Well, I think what goes on behind the curtains is the people that make these chips, like, you know, oh, did you get the new mod chip so you can play, you know, copied Sony games? No, man, it's available from China, but it's really like a sister company of Microsoft somewhere.
Maybe
Microsoft is a sister company of somebody cranking out mod chips. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're all just like. I
don't know what's gonna happen with all that, but good luck for him. Let's see what's gonna happen. But here's the main topic of the night, because when I think I last did the show, when we last did the show, did I talk about American Truck Sim? I don't know.
Yes, you talked about it. You love it.
But was it out at that point?
I don't know if it was out, but I know you talk about it.
And someone asked if I'm knowledgeable on PCs. I'm somewhat, and we have other people that are knowledgeable about PCs in the room. So go ahead, ask your question. We'll see what's going on as I start continuing on American Truck Sim and the DIY track IR that I made and drove myself nuts with. So, American Truck Sim is kind of like just a polished up Euro Truck Sim. The one thing I do like is they have put more detail when I've been playing it. It's only got 2 states, but maybe there's more. I want to see what they have. I want to see what they have coming up in the updates. I hear there's more trucks and stuff that came out, because when it came out, it was 2 trucks, 2 states. And I was like, wow, that's it's just like, I'm just looking at this person's setup here, and that actually, it looks pretty solid because someone, and then, at the 660 Ti, and you were solid for years, someone said. And well, he's got a 960. I think we've gone over that. But anyways, I'm just giving help in the chat room, so this is why it's good.
Oh, better watch out.
No. I think Dragster's being funny here. But anyways, that's why it's good to come in here and throw some stuff by me, and and the people. See, he says the 960 Ti. Boom. So, anyways, back to the story though. American Truck Sim. So it's not really a story. I don't know why I say it like that. American Truck Sim. So they've detailed more stuff. The cops are out. I have a mod for less police because I still get tickets, but it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. It would be like the equivalent of if we went to the store and there was like 10 cops along the way to go to the Newburgh Mall. You wouldn't see that. You wouldn't see that. You would like, you might see them going to do a bust with 10 cars in a line, but you're not going to see 10 cars in a 10-minute drive, perched off like going to catch some people. No, and driving all around. It's crazy. Like that's in that, like, there was just so many. But overall, I think the game has made some changes. I think the game has made a lot of changes in the sense of detailing the cities, because Euro Truck Sim seemed a lot of placing just here's the city, here's the city, here's the city. They all look the same. One thing I still don't like: stop putting all the same companies. Okay, there shouldn't be the city. The city literally has like 4 companies. Every city has like 4 companies. What the hell is that? Put more and mix up the names. Throw a bunch of different names around. I know there's mods to give you real names, but guess what? Even those mods, you're seeing the same names of the same places because they're so limited on how many there are. There seems to be a lot more fuel stations in American Truck Sim, in my opinion. And I also like the fact that they made the idea in American Truck Sim to have like a highway where you can get off and exit, turn back around, because you can't do that in Euro Truck Sim.
Wow.
In Euro Truck Sim, it's like, well, keep driving, dipshit, and hopefully you'll find a break in this and you could turn around. It was so stupid. It's just, there's some things I'm noticing. There is crap loads of intersections with stoplights and stop signs.
Yeah, no.
I can't, okay, I thought I just saw one and I got a pick. No, there's been multiple and multiple and multiple and multiple. Like, I know I keep saying that word, like, it's just so many that I keep coming across where it's a stop sign at a light intersection, and it's like totally contradicting. Hey, the light's green, but there's a stop sign. Hold on, what do I do?
Yeah, it's very.
What do I do? Maybe someone screwed up. People are like, "Oh, I've seen that before."
To them or something. I don't know. That's like retarded. Like,
I wrote to them with a picture. They don't care. They don't pay attention. I swear.
But it doesn't make any sense at all, really. Like if you're coming up to an intersection that has a green light and a stop sign.
What do you do?
What am I supposed to do here?
Right.
This is retarded.
And some people are like, but I've seen that before. If you saw that, that's because someone screwed up.
They saw that at like a blinking. They might have saw a traffic light, but like a green light stuff. I don't know. They saw that at a blinking red or a blinking yellow or something. But
like I said, if they actually saw that where it's an actual full-on traffic light and a stop sign, sure, go right ahead. Well, I'm glad we could definitely help, Steve. Glad to have you in here, and running by some specs for us. That's totally fine. Like I said, we have people all here to help you out. But it's just, you wouldn't see it. That's all there is to it. It's just stupid. And I wrote to them, and maybe I have to do an email for them. I did it on Twitter. There should be someone paying attention on Twitter. There's some other things. Arizona should be coming soon. I'll have to see when that's coming. It's gonna take a while before they get all the way to New York. I'll tell you that much. But I enjoy it. I like the wider roads. The scenery is more fun, and that's also brings me to the the light supersedes the sign unless it's designated construction. The light supersedes the sign. Right, exactly. See? Unless it's designated construction or police traffic control. Exactly. And see, that's where someone was saying, how does American truck versus Euro truck? They're basically the same thing. The only difference with American truck is I find the trailers are tougher if you're used to such small, like Euro, and I don't think it's exactly so much the trailers are tougher. I think it's the fact that the parking spaces are also tougher. Instead of, the other one, you could basically, and the trailer was so small that you could just go in a place, whip the truck around, boom. But I would say Euro Truck Sim 2 right now got more to it because it's got more trucks and it's got more map. But all in all, I enjoy driving in the U.S. more. It just does. Because of the details that they put into the game that are not really in. Yeah, there's mods and stuff, but I'm saying the details that are put into the cities in American Truck Sim is a lot more. Even if they're not 100% by any means, it's still a lot more. You go into going into a town, you go into Las Vegas and there's skyscrapers and everything, another part with like San Francisco and all that. It's just, there's so much more going on. Where you
I think the skyline should at least be accurate. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can identify the city as you approach it. Like,
yeah, they're gonna have iconic stuff. I think. I don't know if I saw the. I have to look and see if I saw the Stratosphere Tower, because that should be an iconic thing there. And if it's not, it's pretty stupid that it's not. I think I did see the Paris. I did see the Paris. People are saying the distance scaling in American Truck Sim. Well, here's the truth. You can't have full true distance scaling just the same as you couldn't in Euro Truck Sim. Because I'll tell you right now, you could go from one end to the other in Euro Truck Sim in a matter of a couple hours. Wouldn't happen in real life. There has to be if they made it full scale 100%, you would hate it. You would hate it because you'd sit there and go, I'm literally working a job at this point. There's no game to that. Yeah, you were literally driving full time.
If they dropped down Google Earth on it and they built it around that or whatever, then you'd spend, 8 hours fucking, what are you going to do with this day off? Oh, I'm driving to Kansas. Like, really?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, that's one job. Now the part of the fun is building your company. I mean, unless you're going to get paid an unrealistic amount for that job.
Sounds like a cool idea. You just wouldn't like it if it was done.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly it. It's one of those things. Sounds great until it happens. You don't want 8-hour cornfield drives. See?
Like you were saying, like it's going to take a while for them to make New York. And living in New York, when you drive the highways and stuff, what are you going to see? You're going to see mountains and stuff. That's great. You're going to see like apple orchards and stuff. I mean, yes, of course, there's New York City, but when people think New York, for some reason, they think people that aren't from here, like New York is one great big city. No, man.
No, not at all.
Be driving around.
You will be driving in farmland central. Take a trip up to Utica, New York. Tell me how that is. When a guy you're hanging out or that you're staying up there with the family. I was a kid. And I was up there with the family and the son, because me and the son were friends. And he's like telling me, he's like, come on, you should walk around in the cow shit barefoot and it feels great. Get the hell out of here. All right, I may not be from New York City, but I damn sure am not from Utica. All right? I learned how to make maple syrup out there. Did you know that it takes 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup? Bet you didn't know that, but you know it now.
40 gallons.
40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. Yes, that is right. I learned how to make it. I watched it being made, and I made it myself. Not easy. But that's what you do up in Utica, because it's not a freaking city. It's some rural, like, big-ass farmland. And so is half the shit all around us is all farmland. So I love when people always, like... there was a thing on Facebook
even if you go to Woodstock, like, they'd be like, oh, I've heard of Woodstock. That's a pretty famous, Bethel. They have all these concerts. Let's go there. Let's drive there. You'd be like...
I feel like we're the only state that constantly, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like we are the only state that constantly you have to keep explaining to people like, no, I'm not in New York City. We're the only state, like, whenever I'm from New York. Oh, how do you like it in the city? I hate it. That's why I don't live there. Yeah, simple. Like, you know? And the AI drivers are still all the same. There are some things that you could tell in American Truck Sim that are different in the sense, American Truck Sim, yeah, on right turns they are. Yeah, they don't care. But American Truck Sim, I guess they just weren't used to on-ramps, kind of. Because literally they're like, hey, you're getting on the highway. Oh, we're dumping you on because there's no, like... you know, normally we have, like, some bit of cutout and then it eventually go... Yeah, no, it's just like... boom, right onto it. Excuse me. So, yeah. That's basically that. Let's see, anything else with it? There's more gears going on. The trucks, I think, are cooler, but that's just... I like American trucks. I think they're more badass, I feel like. You know, when you hear some of these, the on-ramps are brutal, exactly, because, and, you know, no one lets you, the AI doesn't slow down if they see you or anything. They will run right into the side of you. Like, you know, in real life, I'm sure some people could do it. People have done it, okay? But, I mean, the amount of times it happens, like, I'm making a turn, the light turns green, doom! Are you serious? No one in the real world would see the light turn green and a big-ass tractor trailer still turning in front of them and be like, go time, baby. Even if you hit the gas and looked up real quick, you'd be like, oh, crap. Go. You're good. Hold on, let me put this in reverse real quick. No, they're just like, dude, you hit my car. No, you hit my tire, you dipshit. What the hell's wrong with you? Like, on-ramps are at least 500 feet. Exactly. It's just crap. Crappity dap with that. There's some things they just don't understand about America. You know, how hard would it just be to, like, Skype with an American friend of theirs and ask how the roads are or something? I mean, seriously.
Just Google Earth, one of nature. Right?
With it, American Truck Sim, all they seem to talk about is the cops, and that's why I said I have the mod. This is going to be the biggest discussion, hear everything here. It's going to be the biggest discussion, so there's a lot coming up here, but that is right. All they talk about is the cops, because there's tons of them. I told you that. There's tons of freaking cops. It would be like me taking a 15-minute ride and seeing like 10 or 15 cops on that 15-minute ride. Unless there was a bust going on, you might see 2, maybe 3. Maybe. Not as many as they have. It's ridiculous. And every red light has a red light camera, just like in Euro Truck Sim, which that's... A lot of things aren't really true. I guess they just want you to be like some of the places have red light cameras, but I don't know. They just came with an update that eases the cops. Nice. I did not know that. Clocking going 52 and a 50. Exactly. That's another thing. If you're gonna take on police, at least in New York, how it works. Okay. How it works in New York. Now I know there's some cities and townships and stuff that are really jerks. Okay, but basically, they will let you go
you have like
anywhere from 5 to
you have like a 5 mile an hour.
Yeah, 5 to
window.
10 miles. Well, state troopers said they don't want to pull over anyone under 10 miles an hour. Or over under, yeah, if it's 10 miles an hour.
I think the law is the law. There is no window. Like, if you want to open up the book, there is no window. And the law is the law. If they want to pull you over for doing, 57 into 55, I think that they can.
They can. They can.
They just don't.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
It's a pain in the ass.
I mean, but at the same time, like, if they see, like, a bunch of, I don't know, little thug-looking kids in the car acting all tough or whatever. Maybe one has a beer. Nah, because they can pull him over just for that. But, a bunch of kids acting stupid in a car, and he's going 57 miles an hour to 55.
Yeah, he's going to do it.
Yeah,
exactly. You were speeding. You're going 57 and a 55. Yeah, dude, I totally could see that. Exactly. So here we have 7. We have the drag. That's all I'm gonna. I'm just. So, anyways, they both say that the W900 was released today. Yippity doo dah! I cannot wait. I wonder if I can actually keep in my mods because I already bought them and I don't want to lose them. So I'm just gonna have to keep them there and buy the real W900. Awesome. Can't wait. Gonna buy the real W900. I'm sure I've got the money when I play tonight. So I'm definitely gonna get that. That's another truck they released in there. I've been waiting. That's my favorite truck. Although it's not it's not the year I wanted of that truck, but that's my favorite truck. And realistic police AI is hard. They are not either zealous or templates or ignore anything short of a rampage. Just give me a 5-mile-an-hour grace. Damn it. That's all. It is absolutely amazing. I want to drive a real one. The sounds and looks incredible, and 120,000 stock with a day cab. Well, we'll find out. I'm rich in that game already, so I'm gonna have it, and that's what we're gonna do. But let's go on to the last part of this, and that's the DIY Track IR. As some of the people saw me stream the DIY Track IR, I had so much trouble with it. Finally, I got a new PlayStation Eye for the PlayStation 3 camera. I've already modified it. I got to make sure I can get that all set up. So tonight, I might have a DIY Track IR. If I still can't get this crap working through everything I do, possibly, I'm eventually going to have to just break down and buy it, or I'm just keeping it as my donation goal as I have right now. If it's working, hey, but I didn't get a who got one? I didn't get. I don't know if you're talking about the truck, but I'm not getting a Track IR. I did a DIY Track IR, and we're gonna see how it goes. Oh, he says he got one. Damn, yeah. I got a PlayStation Eye. It was $5. It only does 640 by 480, but it's 120 frames per second versus my 15 frame per second crap. But yeah, it was like $5. It was awesome. So yeah, it wasn't that hard to take apart. Everyone makes it seem so hard to take apart. It's really easy. Yeah, it gave me a little struggle, but nothing too much. You could definitely deal with it. It's already back together and good to go. So after the show, it's going to be a little bit before I get on live tonight, maybe about 1 o'clock, midnight, 1 o'clock-ish.
He's going to try to make it work.
I'm going to try to get that to work. I tried to do the 3-side thing. That could have worked if I used the right program. So I'm using free track, no IR, but using the point tracker system, and it seems to actually work pretty decent, better than DIY or the free track program, because I can't seem to get free track to exactly work. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, what I'm not doing. I don't know. Something's wrong. But regardless, I got it, and we're gonna see how it works tonight. And I was going to do a YouTube video on actually building it, but then I realized it's a stupid waste of time. Maybe I'll put in there how to solder a resistor. Like a quick little, here is how you solder a resistor. Done. Boom. You made it. There you go. Now make it look like this, and you got yourself a thing. That's all you need to do, because I shouldn't have to elaborate more than that. And then the main thing I think is honestly showing how to set up the software. That's the most pain in the ass thing. And with free track no IR, the biggest problem is I can't select the camera. I have to unplug my other 2 cameras.
So it just sees
and then just sees that. Then once I got that all going, put the other 2 back in. So somehow I need to close it. Guess what? Pop up. Yeah, every time. Free track, even though it's outdated, at least lets me choose the freaking camera. You stupid company. What the hell's wrong with you? What the hell? It's such a simple thing to put a freaking camera selection in. And the dragster knows exactly what I'm talking about because he's been the one helping me all the time with it. Okay?
I'm tired of helping you.
and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. That bullcrap. How could you not have a camera selector? It's so easy. But wow, we've really ran over our time. It's about an hour and a half. So I think we've definitely said everything we need to be said. Any other questions about American Truck Sim or anything? You know what? You can watch us on YouTube if you put some comments in if you want some suggestions for the show or whatever. But I think that sums it up for this show. So for everyone, guys, I'll see you all next time. Stay tuned. See you. Peace. Stay tuned for the wonderful, after effect.
Yeah,
I don't know what
we got it lined up. Thank you.
Yeah, we got it lined up. Exactly. Have a good night. Yeah, there we go. So see you all next time. Later, all. You why in the comments down below. Feel free to comment, and also make sure you share this out. Mess that up. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you liked the video, please make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you dislike the video, please make sure that you tell me why in the comments down below. Feel free to comment, and also make sure you share this out to people so they can know about the awesome videos that I have for you. Don't forget to follow me at Twitter at ReadySetGame87, and you can also watch me live at twitch.tv and hitbox.tv/ReadySetGame87. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.